real people-centric, and then we have taken up new initiatives, maybe about 20 new initiatives we had taken up, and that is all for the welfare of the people. So I don't think I have to mention everything, it will be too long.
So we are a revenue stage, but you have not announced any new taxes or anything also. So why is that
I had mentioned that, see, our people, they want everything that comes to their mind. But there is no state-owned resources. Our revenue has increased a little bit, but it is mostly not from our source, but GST. We are a consumer society, so GST, that is benefiting us. The consumer point, when you are a company agent or a dealer, then you sell from the state. So in that you get GST to your state. And your GST, when you get, 50% you give it to the center, and then we get 50%. That's how there is one big push to our state. And though we give 50% to them, then you are aware that devolution of tax, share of central taxes and duties that come back to the state. So maybe a small percentage, but now everybody is getting benefit. We are not manufacturing state, but we are consumer state. And even consumers, you have a wholesale, then you have to pay from where you sold your goods. So that's how the GST tax come to us. Now on our site, as I had mentioned in my speech, about a huge reserve of petroleum and natural gas, then our rich minerals of not only the precious stones, but also of the cobalt and other ore. So we will, after consultation with the people, we will go into exploration. Exploration will take some time and it will cost a lot, but the government of India is willing to help us. And therefore, exploration will take minimum 4 to 5 years. Then the actual deposit and the quality and the quantity, that can be identified. Then the commercial real value comes, and then the investor will come after that assessment. So I met the Minister of Mining also, and he is willing to send his expertise, also machineries. And recently, on this connection, I met the Minister of Mining, and one at the rank of Commissioner Secretary. For them, it is a director level, who was working in Rajasthan. He was sent on deputation. So he'll have a sale for minerals. He's a mineral expert. So he'll work on it, then we'll find out what is our actual position. So we have hope that we will get some good minerals, and then our revenue will increase. In Nagaland. So it is helping us in a big way, because when they come, recently also, through JICA alone, they have sanctioned that 400 bedded teaching hospital. So it's a huge thing for us. And why Japanese people are coming to run a teaching hospital is they will run the hospital, their doctors, their nurses, and they will train our qualified people who will get all the training. Because that means those who got trained under this supervision, they will not only serve here, but they have the opportunity to work outside the country, particularly in the countries. That's why we are giving teaching of Mandarin languages like your Korean, Japanese, Chinese, four, na? Four languages were introduced. And there are a lot of youth. See, even today, the Israel, they are on war. The youth, means men and women, both men and women, they are army. And if they're not full-time army also, compulsory. So for women for 2 years, 3 for men. So after the training, they are in life register. So such work come, then the reserve will be called. So they go for fighting. Now they are wanting lakhs of workers from India, from friendly countries. And that's why even I talked to the ambassador. Those days when we want to go and train, then we have to pay. But at this juncture, they will pay us to work for them and learn. And then when you have gained the knowledge, you get paid. And then after you gain the knowledge, you can transfer their technology to our place and do your own farming. So that kind of opportunity is there. So it is in discussion. But I am going to challenge our youth whether some people will be willing to go or not. There are many going in Haryana, in Rajasthan, that side. They have started going. So if you want to work, actually, there are a lot of opportunities. But our people, we want to be at home and we want to work what we want to do. Yes, please.
Sir, I have two questions, sir. Coming back to the exploration of oil and minerals in the state, although it is a very good move that will generate revenue for the state, however, there are still many oppositions, especially with regard to the Naga national groups. So, how do you plan to resolve this matter with
No,
them?
so we have decided uh, to send our failures to them, and at the civil society level, we'll make them understand because our reserves are drained out by others, and we are high and dry. I used to say, no, we have so much mineral deposits. We are rich, but we remain poor. And who is the obstacle? It is ourselves. Everywhere there is a problem, there are wars, but then resources cannot stop. So it continues. We'll have thorough discussion with the civil society, public leaders, and they'll make talk and make sense to everybody. That's why I want to do transparently. I will not do hidingly. That's why I'm announcing in my budget speech.
So regarding this new municipal act 2023,
Yeah.
so you have amended and passed again. So are you holding election or considering municipal election?
Yes. For the revision of e-roll is in motion, and then we have the state has sanctioned the money, so the process will go. And as and when they are ready, most probably it is clashing with the Lok Sabha. So most probably it may be after the Lok Sabha. But when you look at the timing, but since we have started the process, we are not going to stop. We'll go ahead.
You have a scheme that chief ministers have insurance scheme. So we have seen a lot of announcements are there. How many people have benefited out of this?
Was launched sometime in October 22. And as of date, from the figures we have got from the health department, 35,833 beneficiaries under the scheme with an outgo of 82.29 crores. So earlier, we had the system where government used to reimburse the government servants. And average used to be just 25-30 crores, what the government used to pay. But that did not cover the pensioners nor the public. So CM's health insurance covers both pensioners as well as
Everybody.
the public also. And of course, some of the public in the poor category are covered by the Ayushman Bharat. So you can imagine.
See, you have the budget paper. So everything is recorded. Everything is recorded. Even in paneling the hospitals, within and outside, numbers are there.
In this you have mentioned you suffered in the power sector as well as in the transport. You have given elaborations regarding power on what measures to be taken, but with regard to the power transport, can you tell us what are the measures to be taken to address this, and how come we have incurred losses in the transport department?
No, power sector is a very serious issue because usually power we buy at low rate and sell to the consumers at little higher rate because of maintenance and salaries, things like that. But we are spending about 590 something, 595, and our loss is 280 crores annually. So it becomes 47%.
You are buying lower rate and selling in higher rate. How you are losing?
No, so the people, there is transmission, some percentage used to be there, but it is hardly anything. Because there is power theft, there is non-payment, then there is tampering also. That's how all the stakeholders has to work together in this. And now government wants to introduce the prepaid metering. So some portion we have done. But the community is refusing to take prepaid metering. So how do we deal with it? So we are facing a situation. But anyhow, as a welfare state, we have to do what is possible. But we are still struggling with it, and we will overcome. Supposing we can produce hydro or solar, if we can generate in our state, then some loss also we can ignore, or even reducing the rate also we can do. But we are purchasing. And every demand is there. Every year demand is going. So it becomes a very serious concern. And your development budget is too meager. So it becomes very unfortunate.
Sir, I have a question. Nagaland have a shortfall of over 50% of animal husbandry products. So with such condition, it gives a monopoly to the suppliers, be it pork or chicken, which we have even faced recently. So how does your government look forward to address this issue?
It is the people. You see, government cannot run a dairy farm, provide milk to the people. We are 60 years of statehood. And throughout Nagaland, demonstration farm, agri farm, horti farm, and training is going on. But till 60 years also, people cannot stand on their own feet. They're still a baby. You have to do hand holding. That is, we have to wake up. Our issue is because of our Naga political issue. Our issue is center is giving us grant. What resources we should get also, it is stop, say oil exploration. Where we can get some revenues, I'm not propagating prohibition, but it is stop. Then Supreme Court had banned the logging. So that is one of the main resource. So particularly three main resources is close. And that's how we are resource crunch state. That's why gracefully Government of India, through Planning Commission, we submit our shortfalls, and the recommendation of the Planning Commission will give us, and that's how we got every month revenue deficit grant, from where we'll be able to pay government servants, pensioners. So when you really come to think of it, it is the government who is, the only provider. We have to be sensible. That's why many a time I say, let us not allow politicians to talk politics, and who who are in politics or who understand talk politics. But the rest, all the citizens should discuss about economy, individual economy, family economy, community economy, state economy. Otherwise, how? How much you earn? How much you spend? How much you save? And you're saving, how much in a year you can invest to generate income? That kind of economy sense should be there. Otherwise, how you'll survive? You cannot go on government providing you or go baking, what future you'll have? So that's why now NPSC, NSSB, so meritorious competition. Nah? So those educated who are not going to get jobs without interview, and you know it. So that's why we provided Chief Minister microfinancing, collateral free, no mortgage, and payable after certain years. And you as a beneficiary, entrepreneur, you pay 10%. Then the bank will pay 60% loan. And because of the gap that you will pay after 7 years, state government is paying 30% to cover, to pay the interest burden. And so you have to be skilled, you have to have some knowledge and start a business. Because many people say, we want to do, but we don't have money. So everything is there. Even today, we announced the life insurance policy. We introduced health, now life insurance also. Now we had already introduced your micro level financing also. You have discussed, you are not taking up that issue. You have got a plot. So the state government will build you a house, ground floor and first floor, and it will be prefab concrete, and we will try to get it done through the company to complete within 1 year. We'll do that for you. Okay?